Hi everyone. Um, this is my senior presentation, and it was made by this guy right here. Um, some adjectives to describe this guy. I would say he's cheery, considerate, meaningful, energetic, and omnivert because I do you know I have my moments, I have my days, where I'm not feeling all of that, you know. So it's like, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. But yeah. A quote that I found interesting was by Albert Einstein. It says, "Life is like a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep going." Right? And that's really just that's something that I can take to heart, and I feel like a lot of other people, really everybody should take to heart because like if you're not moving forward, if you're not continuing to like learn and do more for yourself, then like what are you doing? Where I came from, I was born in Detroit, Michigan. I was raised by my mom and dad in Garden City. Um, I went to Edison Elementary for 4 years up until fourth grade. They crazy thing, they added fifth grade like right after I left. So I probably would have went there had they like added that because it was a really good school. But you know, beggars can't be choosers. So Marshall Upper Elementary, I went there for 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. That was fit for my fifth and sixth grade. I think there are still people here currently that I do know from there, so that's really cool. Um, and then I went to Franklin Middle School, and that was my seventh and eighth grade year, and that's where I met a lot of you guys from. And finally, obviously, I ended up here at Wayne. So, now, in the time that I have with you guys, we'll learn some of the do's and the don'ts, right, to doing high school and just navigating life a little bit in general, and then learn a little bit more about me in the process, right? One is so the first thing we're going to be going over is academic achievements and analysis section. So for ninth grade, I took algebra, I took accelerated English, accelerated biology, Spanish, physical education and like health, and then I took U.S. history and geography. So for like these classes and stuff like that, these are just my first like classes that like I had to take, right? For freshman year, I feel like everybody had like a similar setup to this. So then my 10th grade year, I had geometry, accelerated English, again, and then accelerated chemistry. I had an elective of spring athletic training. That was like, I did that for like the entire year, and that was like the personal fitness class for like athletes and stuff like that to like help you get stronger for like your sport or whatever you're doing. And that really did help me with track that I'm gonna like mention later and stuff like that because it was really helping me with like my times and like my jumps and all that stuff. So, and then the upward bound seminar that I joined the year after ninth grade, and then world history and geography. Um, I actually really enjoyed my accelerated chemistry class because one, Mr. Dodds is in there and he's like a pretty cool teacher. I actually really like Mr. Dodds. And like just chemistry in general. I also liked world history because of Mr. McGovern as well. I just really found history. I really find history really interesting, and like I tend to remember like random like facts or whatever about like the most random things. So I really enjoyed this class. 11th grade, I took algebra 2, and then I took AP Lang. I took accelerated physics, took Spanish and economics and civics, and obviously the upward bound seminar. I'd say since I didn't do Spanish last year, it was a bit more difficult to try to back up on the Spanish and stuff like that because I did take like a year off, so I was trying to like relearn all the stuff that I did, but it was like it wasn't like too difficult. It was just me, it was a little refresher, right? Um, Accelerated physics, that was a pretty difficult class. Miss Maroc wasn't a bad teacher. She was really cool. And like I feel I feel like the way that I was like performing in that class wasn't like probably wasn't like the best, but like I still ended up coming out with like a pretty good grade. So um, that was a pretty cool class. Um, I haven't really talked much about like my math classes like at all because I don't like math like at all. I don't like doing all that stuff like at all. But all my other math classes and stuff like that, especially algebra, like it was pretty cool. I had who did I have? I had Mr. Eisman actually for algebra too, and so he was a pretty cool teacher. His class is really cool for the guys who have him. He's a pretty cool guy. AP Lang, that was one that I actually had to like seriously lock in for because y'all know AP Lang is AP Lang, and it's like so much reading and so many laws, all this other stuff. So it was like, dude, like I don't, man, it was a lot in that class, but I ended up passing it. So, yeah, and economics and civics like that I breezed by pretty much. It wasn't like too much. It wasn't too difficult, Like it was really just like it was a lot of stuff that I already knew, you know, like that we had learned in like other like previous like social studies classes. So yeah, it wasn't bad. And then finally, this year I'm taking on pre-calc, AP Lit, AP Bio, Spanish 3, ceramics, or art 1 first semester, and the ceramics this semester, and obviously the Upward Bound seminar. Pre-calc is a little bit of a different beast than the other math classes, and I'm only mentioning it, like right now, besides the rest of these, like I'm only mentioning that one first because pre-calc is still math, and like I said, I don't like numbers. So, AP Lit and AP Bio, those are two very um, study-focused classes. So, we have, I don't remember when the AP tests exactly are for those, but we are like currently like reviewing and stuff like that for them right now. And it's difficult, but it's still work that I'm getting done, and it's like helping me to possibly get a good score on the AP test. So, art 1 and ceramics 1. Art, we didn't really do much in that class. We just made a few drawings or whatever, and it wasn't like anything too difficult. But oh crap! But ceramics, on the other hand, it is still currently like pretty difficult because you have to like mold it, and then you have to like do all this other stuff. You have to be really particular with it. It's a lot. Anyways, in college I will develop a system that will work for my benefit so that I can process and focus up in class because if I don't know if you guys know, but I have a horrible attention span, and I get distracted like a lot, like really, 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 really easily. Um, so, and like paying attention to like teachers and stuff like in front of classes like kind of been difficult for me, like more recently, like when I started like high school and stuff like that. So I don't know. Yeah. And then the outcome, I will produce higher self-esteem, which will produce better work in all my classes. First semester of ninth grade year, it was pretty good. My previous years before I entered in high school, I had all fours, or I mean, I had all A's, and so I had like 4.0s like up until high school hit, and then that's when it dropped a bit, and I was like, okay, that's not like too bad, and I thought like I could like pick it back up, but as you can clearly see, it's it hasn't gone back to that point, but I am somewhat satisfied with what I have currently, or the grades that the grades that I do have currently. Um, yeah. Freshman year wasn't like um, it wasn't like the hardest like set of classes that I've had. I would probably say um, 11th. Like yeah. Junior year was probably the hardest set of classes that I've had, just because of like me being introduced to an AP. That was probably like because I had to like put so much effort into that, and I was trying to get adjusted to that. Probably like most rigorous time, and I'm surprised I even kept up my GPA that well. So yeah, but yeah, my GPA has never dropped below a 2, and I plan to keep that strong, right? So, an exceptional piece of work of mine was my persuasive essay, 10th grade year. I I wrote it, and it was about election, and like I got a really good grade for it, and I got like a lot of like really nice feedback, and I just thought it was I thought it was really nice. Um, um, yeah, I yeah, um, I don't really know what else to say about it other than that. Like I thought I did really good on this. Uh, yeah. Um, okay. So behaviors such as procrastination and focus are what prevented me from reaching my potential. Like I mentioned earlier, like I have attention span issues. So I'm working on procrastinating. I also, like I'm on my phone a lot, or I'm on like doing other stuff, like besides trying to like do work. So I have to like work on getting my actual work done when they give it to me, and even then some, doing work ahead of time, so I don't have to actually worry about doing the work. You know what I'm saying? The day of or whatever. You know what I mean? And that's something I've struggled with my entire career, and that I'm still improving, kind of. Yeah, and then also like not enough sleep because like I'm a night owl, so I'll like stay up or do whatever, like um yeah. Uh, Strengths. I'm a bit of a fast learner. Like I process things kind of kind of fast. It really just depends on what I'm learning. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm actually interested in it or not. I will lock in if I need to. Like if I absolutely need to lock in. Because I like y'all know I'm a bit of a jokester. So like if I need to lock in, I will lock in. I will lock in. I'm an alright test taker. Like I'm not the best at taking like standardized tests, but it you know, yeah. Um, yeah. So, testing. Um, I definitely could have done better had I like actually studied. I got a 1070 was my highest, and I think between that, I'm trying to remember. I think I'm not sure what the individual scores were for like the reading, writing, or the math sections, but just knowing that I got like a 1070, I I definitely could have done better. I could have studied more. Probably could have done more, like Khan Academy lessons and stuff like that. So it's like I don't know. Extracurriculars. Extracurriculars. Involved in a lot. I did dance for like 3 years, and I did it like I did like competitions and like recitals and stuff like that, and I even went to like other states to do like competitions and stuff like that with my team. And It taught me discipline and that practice makes better, not perfect, right? Because I feel like everybody says that practice makes perfect. It doesn't make perfect. It makes you better. It makes you more proficient in that. Capital League taught me how to present myself when doing public speaking, right? So like the way that I'm talking to you guys right now, like I'm turning to you guys, I'm actively, like I'm making sure that you guys are paying attention to me, right? Yeah, so that and that they taught me like how to give a like a I'm forgetting what it's called, a pitch, like an elevator pitch too. Like if I was to like pitch like a business or something like that too, I think that's really cool and essential like for anybody going to like that business aspect. NHS, I don't know if you guys know, but I am vice president of NHS this year, and so being put in that leadership position really, it's teaching me like the values of being a leader and to like step up and to take part in something really cool. And yeah, so track and field. I am in track, and so it's um, I've been working really hard for these like past 4 years to like get to a point like I want to break a record, right? I want to break the long jump record, and I still am working. I'm almost there. My current PR right now is like 21.4 for long jump, and I think the actual like recorded record is like 22 feet, 22 something for long jump. So I'm almost there, and I'm still working to do that. Yeah. Another extracurricular is Senate. I wasn't in Senate for long. I was in it for like 1 year, and the reason why I was in it for like 1 year was due to um, hours debacle. It grinds my gears when I think about it. But yeah, so and the time that I did spend there, I really enjoyed it because we did, a lot of things around the school, and it like, I always wanted to like be like more active in the school, so I think joining Senate was probably the best thing for me. So yeah, and we went on a field trip, and I think which one was this specific? I know we did two. I think this was we were reading books. Yeah, we were reading books to kids. That was really cool. Yeah, so just pictures of me doing stuff. That was me when I was like young. We were doing some like ninja something. I don't know. Where am I at? I'm right here. I don't know if y'all can see, but all my other Capital League brothers. Yeah. And I don't know if you guys know, but the Divine Nine, about the Divine Nine, right? Capital League is like connected to Cap Outside, and so. NHS. I couldn't find a specific picture of NHS, but this year we are doing recycling. So yeah, the track and field. That was me getting out. I think for the 4x4, right? I think I did pretty good that race. I think I did. I think we got in first place. That was pretty cool. Volunteering. This was me at the Student Advocacy Center. Back in 2024. Here are some of my Capital League brothers. That's my advisor, Mr. King. He actually goes to, I believe, U of M, and he's studying law, and he's such a cool guy. Actually, like he's a really cool guy, and like he taught me a lot like about like how to. Well, really, he and Mr. King really taught me how to like present myself and like to project my voice and like public speaking and stuff like that. But he also taught me like do's and don'ts when like applying to colleges and like college experience and stuff like that. So that's really cool. This is just a really long list of all my like volunteering that I've done out like inside of Capital League and then outside of that even like Salvation Army. So yeah, that's a really long list. I don't know if y'all want to take a picture or look at it or whatever. Like if y'all need volunteering hours, I'm just saying like this is pretty, you know what I mean? Oh yeah. So the most impactful of those volunteering activities would probably be the Salvation Army because we go to church. That's enough. The most impactful of all the like my volunteering activities would probably be the Salvation Army because I do go to a church at a Salvation Army and I've been volunteering basically my entire life, right? So I've been to volunteering events and I've met with a bunch of people who have really, really powerful stories of how they've overcame adversities in their lives, and I think that's like really cool, and so I will continue to keep doing that, right? Honors and awards, another long list of honors and stuff over years, I think 2019 all the way to like now, right? Yeah, this one I wanted to talk about specifically. I don't remember if I put this in the slides, but that was a program that I did with Upper Bound, or through Upper Bound, the summer program that I did that I had to apply for, and it basically teaches you the basics of like medicine and like how to diagnose somebody, right? And it was a really good program. They had like money at the end of it because you had to like do like medical research, quote unquote, right, and then present that to them, and they would give you money at the end of it. So I thought that was really cool. Yeah. Was very proud to receive those awards and stuff like so. The Upward Bound section. Upward Bound is a program made to get you into college, and to do that you need to have focus and discipline when it comes to your scholastic career. Yeah, Miss Canfield really drilled this, home. So she really drilled like getting your work done and like staying on task. So. Teach you life skills, learn to prioritize your time, and get money and get colleges, right? So that's what Upward Bound seminar really, those are the main points that it drives on. Summer programs, so I did actually put this in the slides, the summer program that I did, that I applied to do Upward Bound. The Upper Bound summer program that I did freshman year. We did like things, like yeah. I'm gonna skip now. My favorite field trips was the one to the DIA through Upward Bound. I think that was my freshman year. I think so. Right. Oh Jesus. Yeah, I don't know why that's like that, but yeah, that's probably my favorite one, the DIA one right now. I joined Upward Bound because I was interested in gaining the knowledge required to actually go to college properly and effectively. Time spent here has been worth it. Okay, advocates. I like to thank my mom and my dad. I like to thank Ms. Cook, Mr. Dodds. I like to thank Mr. McGovern, Ms. Fickner, who's an advisor here, Ms. Canfield, my track coaches, Ms. Curry, and my Capital League advisors. Future plans and endeavors. I choose MSU or Dearborn. It's really connecting up with these two. Yeah. I plan on going into medicine. I was thinking either becoming like a pediatrician because I'm told that I'm like good with kids, or occupational therapy because I've like the way that other people have really explained it to me. It feels like that would fit my way that I am. Really. Okay. School has helped me open doors of scholastic opportunity for me. Obviously, like through all the programs that we have here at the school. Obviously, like plan on joining a dance or theatrical group of some sort, like in college maybe, hopefully, if I have the time. Plan to join Cab Outside, potentially, you know what I'm saying, Nukes, maybe. Join like a study group, hopefully, so I can actually like lock in, because I told you guys I will lock in if I need to, and I will, so. Join a sports team. I want to do basketball again, probably. I was gonna do basketball freshman year, but I didn't because of issues. So, in conclusion, I would have liked to manage my time better. I would have liked to actually consider tutoring because everybody told me to do tutoring, and I did not listen to them because I was like, why even? Would have listened to the people telling me to write things down because my memory and like certain comprehension skills, I would have liked to participate in more school activities, and I would have liked to do more sports. Like I said, basketball, maybe even soccer, I don't know, who knows. But yeah. Any questions? No? Great.